Hey friends, happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, May 9th, 2023, and this week's video is sponsored by the team over at Whatnot, and I'll talk about that in a little while. If I'm being honest with you, I think this video is going to be quick and dirty because I don't have a whole lot to share with you. I worked on one project and one project only this week. I did accomplish some other things and I enjoyed the beautiful weather and played with the puppies, but as far as sewing goes, that's really all I did. No fancy trips, no real big visits with anybody that I haven't seen in a while. Nothing new to really share with you other than I worked on Ursula Minor. I am a week ahead of schedule, which I am really excited about. So Ursula Minor, I did not have on the books as being finished until next week. That was my plan. But what happened was I got really obsessed because I was getting so close to having this done and I just could not wait. I ended up throwing all of my sewing time into Ursula Minor and everything else went on the shelf probably about 2 weeks ago because I really wanted to have this one done. As of the recording of this video, the quilt top's done. It has not been quilted. I think I'm going to quilt it with some matchstick quilting, though I'm open to suggestions. So if you have an idea for how you feel Ursula Minor should be quilted, let me know in the comments down below. I toyed with the idea of doing maybe all over swirls so that it would be like blowing wind. That would be kind of cool. But I also feel like the matchstick quilting would be kind of fun. I've never really done that before. And I think it would help reinforce the modernness of the quilt. In case you're curious, the quilt will measure 30 inches by 40 inches when it's all done. So this is definitely going to be a piece of art, not a quilt that I'm going to use to snuggle with. And my vision is that I will be hanging it on my studio wall on display. So no snuggling with it. It's going to be a wall quilt. In a couple of weeks or a month or so, there's going to be a video that I will drop that will reveal Ursula Minor when she is completely finished. I'm talking quilting, binding attached, and label sewn on as well. And at that point, I'll do a deep dive into the legit kits process, what I thought of the entire thing from start to end. But I do want to tell you about something right now. There's a mistake in Ursula, and I'm not going to point it out. I might point it out in the reveal video, TBD, we'll find out. So you have between now and then to guess. I will tell you what happened. As I was sewing my blocks into rows and then sewing those rows together, I realized there was a point that I needed to pin, and the other side of where I was lining that point up with should have had an intersection of fabric that was just completely missing. Why? Because one of the sections on the paper should have been covered by a piece of fabric, and it wasn't. I did not add in a final piece of fabric for one of the blocks for Ursula Minor. Now, when I look at the quilt, I know exactly where that is. I know exactly the impact it has on it, but I'm wondering if you can even tell, if you can even see it. For me, I think it kind of works overall. So we left it in. And the reason why I brought that up is because I just want to remind you, you are your own worst critic in all areas of your life: arts, crafts, real life, relationships, all of those things. And if you are anything like I am, you are harder on yourself than other people are on you. And I just want to take this as an opportunity to remind you to just breathe and give yourself the same grace and mercy that others would give to you or that you would give to others. That mistake is still in the quilt, and it's going to stay there because the quilt's pieced. It's ready to go on the long arm, and in a couple of weeks it's going to be quilted, and there's no turning back at that point. But that will serve as a small reminder to myself that it's okay to be imperfect, and maybe that'll be a reminder to you too. The weather over the past few days has been amazing, and we have definitely taken advantage of it. It rained for a couple of days this weekend, but the temperatures have been very nice. So I took advantage of that by opening the windows in the studio and letting some of that fresh air come in. I just love being able to air out the space. It makes it feel more relaxing and kind of, I don't know, it just refreshes the space to be able to smell the fresh cut grass or the trees or the flowers while you're sitting in here and sewing. And hearing the birds in the background is nice too. Speaking of rejuvenating the space, I continued working on destashing and decluttering the things that I just know I don't want or don't need anymore. I took a lot of those items and started destashing them on the Whatnot app. This past weekend, I had 3 flash sales on the Whatnot app, and I got rid of a lot of stuff, and I've got 2 more scheduled. Now, if you don't know what Whatnot is, it's an app that you put on your phone or your tablet, and it combines the technology of live streaming, like you usually see here on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, shameless plug, and the functionality of auctions like you see on eBay, and puts them together on an app that you can do from your phone. It's really easy to use the live chat, it's really easy to bid, and the Whatnot folks have given me a special link to share with you. If you have never been on the Whatnot platform, if you are a new customer to Whatnot, you can use that link in the description box down below to create an account and get a $15 credit to try out the platform and see if you can find some good finds. And that $15 will go a long way on Sunday. So I'm just letting you know, if you're interested in shopping my live sale, that coupon code will get you $15 more that you can spend on Sunday. This past weekend, there were a couple of viewers that had a hard time getting things set up and ready to go. And so going forward in the next few days, I am going to release a Whatnot video that'll help you understand what you have to do to get your $15 credit, how to create your account, how to save your payment information, and how to find my shows, save them, and then what you do when you're ready to start bidding. I'll have that video out to you by Saturday so that you have enough time to watch it, do what you got to do, and be ready for the live stream sale on Whatnot on Sunday. Speaking of organization, I found a system that's going to work for my Legit Kit block of the month, and I want to talk about that. But before I do, I need to give you these 2 important updates. Number 1, Legit Kits block of the month 1 is going to start shipping this week. In previous videos, I think I said the end of May or early June because that's the information I had at the time, but things have evolved and Legit Kits is working their butts off to get these highly desired kits into your hands sooner rather than later. And what that means for you is that if you've already signed up, you're going to be able to get a head start. You're not going to have to wait till June to actually get it going. Thing number 2, sign up closes May 20th. And that's important for you to know because not only can you not get into it after May 20th, but starting on May 21st, if you signed up, that's when they're going to start hitting your card for your month 2 installment. So depending on when you signed up, you might not have a full 30 days between month 1's charge and month 2's charge. So plan accordingly for that. Going forward, I think the dates will always be the same every month, but I'm not exactly sure on that. And you can definitely reach out to the team over at Legit Kits if you want to clarify what your billing date will be. The organization system that I have for my Legit Kit block of the month, I think is going to work for those of you that are just doing the block of the month and you're not diving into multiple Legit Kit kits right now, at least. I'm using a binder system. I grabbed 2 1.5-inch binders and I took my packets. Now, spoiler alert, I have all 12 of my packets because Mike sent me the entire kit up front. But I took each of my packets and I divided it up into a binder. I took sheet protectors to hold all my literature. Then I took a second set of sheet protectors to hold my individual papers, foundation papers, so that as I finish each of my blocks, those can go in a sheet protector by themselves, 1 block per sheet protector. And then at the end of my sheet protector section, I have this really nice zipper pocket that is meant to go in a 3-ring binder. And I am putting all of my fabric for that month in that zipper pocket. I find that the fabrics for most of the months that we're going to work with are going to be smaller in your amount of colors. I'm not sure the right way to say it. And so it's not overwhelming to have all of your fabrics kind of mixed together. Now, there are other systems out there. I know Donna from Handmade by Ying and Ian from the Off Kilter Crafter Ian have a filing system where they're using hanging filing folders. And I actually did that for Ursula. that might be the way you want to go. And if you want to learn more about that, you can check out each of their videos. But for my legit kit block of the month, I'm going to be using the binder system. Two 1.5-inch binders if you want to play it safe. Two 2-inch binders will work for this. And I will link in the description box down below the sheet protectors that I'm using for the paper and those binder pockets that I'm using to hold all of my fabric pieces so they don't get loose and fly away. This also, by the way, makes my entire legit kit block of the month entirely portable. So if I go off to a retreat, all I got to do is grab my binder and my usual sewing stuff. I don't have to go pull in from filing cabinets all of the fabric that I'm going to need for the project. That is my update for this week. Ursula's done and nothing else is, but this coming week should hopefully have a different story. I hope to be able to share with you next week, month 1 from the Legit Kit block of the month, and some other good news about some things that hopefully come off of the long arm. Thank you for tuning in and keeping up with my vlog, and I'll see you guys all Friday night on the live stream. Bye! Oh no, I was in the middle of editing this video and I realized I forgot to tell you about my class that I'm teaching at So I wanted to record a really quick clip to put in the video so that you have all of the information. I am going to be teaching the Moda Charm Love Challenge on Zoom for So Quilting on Saturday, May 20th, 2023 at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And the link to sign up for this free Zoom class will be in the description box down below. And because you stuck around to the end of the video, why not end this on a note with some happy dogs playing in the yard? I'll see you guys all later. Bye!
Oh, he's got a big stick now. You should pull on the other end, the longer end, silly.